Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another kind of Disney, kind of applies to anything video, and that's about flying solo. I mean, not like I'm flying solo, no, I mean like actually literally flying on an airline solo. I'm making this video because I realize there are a lot of people out there who kind of have a fear of flying alone, and I totally did before I did my first solo trip at Disney World. I'd never done it before. I'd always been with a friend, a family member, at least one other person every time I've been on a flight. Flying solo can be really daunting when you don't have someone there to kind of deal with it with you, because I feel like flying in general can be really anxiety inducing. You're worried about getting to the airport on time, you're worried about getting through, security, dealing with boarding. Is my luggage gonna fit above the thing? Do I need to check it? Is everything gonna leave on time? And I feel like when you can commiserate in that experience with someone else, it's a lot easier. But sometimes, in my case, going to solo Disney, you gotta do it by yourself. So a couple of tips, quick tips for anybody who is trying to fly by themselves and feel really awkward about it. One thing that I love to do for me, especially since I'm alone and I don't have to worry about anyone else, is treat myself. So I am an avid JetBlue flyer. A lot of you guys know this. I have their credit card. I love them. They are not sponsoring this video, but hey JetBlue, if you ever want to, call me. But more often than not, when I'm flying alone, I will pay for an even more space seat. For JetBlue specifically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a seat with more space, more leg room, and they also let those people board early, which I absolutely love. Nothing better than getting on and getting off a plane before everybody else. So I will normally spend that extra amount of money to book one of those to kind of treat myself, because I don't have to worry about someone else with me spending that money too, to sit next to each other. And I just like the perks of being able to get on faster. I'll pick like row 2, so I know I can also get off faster, and I can do that because, again, I'm not waiting for someone else to grab my bags and I can go. So I think one way to just make the whole flying alone thing more enjoyable is to treat yourself in some sort of way. So whether that's an upgraded seat, whether that's treating yourself to some sort of purchase on the flight, anything that will make it more enjoyable so you're looking forward to it more than worrying about it. Number 2 is, remember, you have the freedom to sit wherever you want. It's very easy to pick the seat that you want when you are only one person. So for me, I like aisle seats because my IBS, I get worried I'm gonna get up and I don't want to bother other people. It makes me less anxious to sit on the aisle and not have to bother anyone. But for some people, it makes you feel better if you sit window seat because you want to look outside the window. Maybe you're afraid of flying and that makes you feel better, or whatever the reason. Maybe you just want to prop up a pillow and sleep on the wall. But remember that as a solo traveler, you have more flexibility. You're likely going to find a seat that works for you. The next tip is to bring something to do. It gets really boring on a flight when you don't have someone to talk to. So bring your Nintendo Switch, bring that book, bring the headphones, whatever it is, just make sure that you have something to do, and enough to do depending on how long your flight is. For me, going to Disney World, New York to Florida is just about 2.5 hours, sometimes 2 if they're booking it. Not very long. All I need to do is watch a movie and it's done. For some other people, that flight might be longer, so make sure that whatever you're bringing with you is enough to keep you entertained, so you don't feel awkward or weird, or like, the person next to you is gonna want to start talking to you. I hate that, so I'm definitely a put my headphones in and ignore them kind of person. No offense to anyone who's ever sat next to me on a plane. I'm just not a talkative person. I'm an introvert. That's just how I am. But just have whatever it is that's gonna keep you entertained and get you through the flight. And lastly, remember that you can travel whatever way makes sense for you to travel. So that might mean getting to the airport crazy early because that's just something that you like to do. Or maybe that means getting there really last minute because you don't really want to worry about it. You just want to go right on the flight after you go through security. I think knowing that you can travel however you feel most comfortable really makes the experience better. You're not worrying about anyone else. You're not worried if they're gonna miss a flight, who's where, what's happening, is everyone through security. You just have to worry about yourself. And I think that can be definitely a really big perk of flying alone. So just remember that when you go, is like, you can really do it however you feel that you want to do it. If you want to shop around the airport, go do it. If you just want to sit there and watch a movie on your phone, do it. You have the freedom to fly in the way that you feel most comfortable with. And so I think that's really important to making your entire trip feel more comfortable. So that's it. Those are some quick tips on flying alone. It is not as scary as you might think that it is, and you can definitely do it, whether it's Disney or anything else. I promise you, it's not bad, and actually, I kind of enjoy it more now. If you have any tips on flying by yourself, you can let me know in the comments below and be sure to share them with everyone. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe because I'm making videos every single week. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Bye.